Welcome. This is My Body Fusion, the strengthening version. Let's get started by bringing our awareness into our body, into this room. It is highly likely that you've had some activity, some busyness, or perhaps a full day. And now, as we wish to go into practice, that we still have our thoughts elsewhere, what we've accomplished, and perhaps our energy is kind of scattered. So let's set the intention that as we walk to our mat, we call our energy in. What does that mean? When we're busy doing different things, sometimes we're still thinking about what we have accomplished or what we're going to be doing later. So we're simply going to say, let's call our energy in, wherever it's at, bring it in, become aware into our body. Now, I am going to walk over to my mat, and I'm going to stay in that mindset, calling my energy in, and slowly walking to my sacred space. So this is a sacred space. Your mat is your sacred space. And the only thing that matters in the sacred space is what is on that sacred space, which is you. And in my sacred space, it's me. So I invite you to feel your feet. Let's get grounded. So you may wish to, wiggle your toes a little bit, move your feet. You can also pick up your feet, feel your feet. And now in the indigenous culture and other cultures, the earth, the ground, is referred to as Mother Earth. So let's call in the energy of Mother Earth, which is very, very grounding and is also very nurturing. Our feet are like flowers, and they're soaking up Mother Earth's energy, helping us become grounded, present, poised. Do you notice a difference? Now, allow your knees to be soft. So rather than being locked out, we want them to be soft, just a slight bend. And you can still pick up and move your feet. And then from here, let's roll our shoulders back, relax the shoulders, palms are forward. So we're in mountain pose. This is a strengthening pose. And now the attitude in this pose is mountain. So it's strength, it's power, it's determination, it's courage. And as we're in this powerful position, pose, bring your focus to your breath, and let's lengthen our breath, expanding the rib cage, front, sides, and back, deepening the breath, allowing it to come into the lungs, filling up the lungs, and exhaling fully. Your ears are over your shoulders, standing in this powerful pose, mountain pose. Feel the strength inside. Feel the powerful foundation inside you. Do you notice a difference, a shift of attitude inside your body? Own this shift. Own this empowering pose. Now inhale, rise up, reach, and exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back to mountain. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's go into swan dive. Press those hips back, knees are soft, and you have a choice of coming to head above heart, which is here, or continuing down. Breathe round the back, breathe, knees are soft. And inhale to flat back, neutral neck. Exhale to forward fold, inhale, rise, going into flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive. Pressing those hips back. Inhale the flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Now place your hand on the ground. Now, if you are at head above heart, I invite you to stay here for a moment. We're going to come into downward dog. So step one foot back, the other one back, and lift your hips up, pressing your hands into the mat, pressing as though you're pushing the mat forward. Hips are lifted, and your heels may touch the ground or may not. Now, for those of you in this position, in this pose, stay here. For those of you that stayed in head above heart, you may wish to either come to a chair or to perhaps a table. And I'm just going to walk over to my table here. And this is your form of downward dog. So you're pressing your hips back, breathe. And notice that we have a nice lean line from the neck right down to the hips. And this is going to be your downward dog. All right, lift one heel, lower the other. Let's walk our dog. Beautiful. Allow the breath to flow. Nice. Now from here, lift both heels and lower both heels. Lift both heels. See if you can touch the ground. Lower both heels. Lift both heels. Lower both heels. Two more times. Lift both heels. Lower both heels. Last one. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Now from here, take your right leg, sweep it up and over to the left side. So we're opening up the hip. And you can do the same thing with standing at the table or a chair. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Notice the hip opening up. Now, I'm going to show, for those that are in downward dog, I'm going to show your move. You're going to come through and you're going to bring your knee down. Now, this is going to go in stages. We're going to slide this leg back. And perhaps this is where you stay. And I'm going to put my foot, top of the foot on the ground. Now, you may choose to extend your arms a little bit and stay here. Or bring your forehead down and stay here. There's a level and a pose for everyone. So for those of you that are at the table, so I'm going to, those of you that are already down on the ground in pigeon pose, stay there, relax. For those of you that are at the table, you're going to bring your leg up and over. And then now I'm going to have you come into position. So walk over to your mat. And to begin with, the left leg down on the knee. And we're going to fold the leg over. So you can do it this way. So come onto both knees. And then you can creep your heel past the midline of the body. And you can stay here. Or you can come down. Or you can come down. And now you're in position just like everyone else. Breathe. Now we're going to stay here for a few more seconds. Great job. Remember, if you need to, if you find this to be too deep, you can always step on your elbows. That's a great alternative. If you find that this is not appropriate for you with respect to knee, a few alternatives for you is you can place a pillow underneath your knee, and you may choose to simply come into a higher pose. So both knees like this, pillows underneath, and perhaps you just stay here. And that's the way it's going to be. You're still getting a little bit of stretch, getting some glute stretch. You're still getting a little bit of hip stretch. So there are times where, positions can be modified. Other times we select another position. And if that is not the best, I invite you to do this one here. Coming into all fours, we will be doing this later on, and then just rounding the back, and then inhaling and tipping up. And you're going to stay in that position. Just relax. Or come into Shavasana and stay on your back. All right. So from here, let's inhale and draw your hands back close to your knees. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Breathe. Now tip your chin up and take a look at the ceiling. Top of the foot, back leg is on the ground. We have a nice stretch in through the hip flexor, in through the thigh, right down to the top of the foot. Breathe. Now we also have added the release in the front body. Breathe. Now remember, you can also come in like this, so the angle is not as great, and simply keep your chin, chest up. Breathe. Few more seconds. And release. So bring your head to neutral, tuck your toe under, and come onto both knees. Tuck your toes under, and let's come into downward dog. So palms down, lift your hips up, and I'm going to walk my feet back just a little bit. You can also go to your table. This time we float our left leg up and over. Breathe. Feel that opening. So remember, those of you that are at the table or the chair, remember how you transitioned, coming down onto your knees. And now let's float the leg through. Now you may notice one side of your body is a little bit more loose than others. Please honor what is. If you find you're coming into a little bit or a lot of resistance, then step a little higher. Remember, our bodies may be asymmetrical, meaning that we hold our tension on one side more than the other, and we want to honor what's there. It's not about going into pain. It's about honoring. And Mind Body Fusion is all about awareness of what is. Not judgment, not analyzing, simply awareness. Breathe. So I'm noticing differences for myself from this side to the other, and that's okay. I'm simply going to honor. Breathe. If you feel you need to, you can bring your elbows back. Remember, just take a little bit of the pressure off. Ease up. Breathe. On the inhalation, bring your elbows back, palms close to the knees. Lift your chin up. Breathe. Notice the opening in the front body. Now, for those of you that have your heel in the midline of the body, make sure that you straighten it up with your knee. And you're on the ball of the foot, back foot. Slowly bring that leg in. You're on both knees. Now let's come into flat back. For those of you that have been doing the cat and cow position, you can join us once again, because cat and cow is such a beautiful flow, releasing the belly, releasing the back. So exhale, round down. Inhale, tip up. Tongue is at the roof of your mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. Now, tuck your toes under. We're going to bring those hips back. Now, you may choose to lift up, or you may choose to just bring your hips back, and you may choose to anchor yourself with your hands. So we're applying a little bit of body weight into the toes, and you'll notice the bottoms of the feet releasing, relaxing. And now do pay attention to your range of motion. Pay attention to what is. If you're finding, wow, this feels extraordinarily uncomfortable, I will not be able to hold it, ease off just a little bit. If you feel, you know what, yeah, it's a little intense, but this feels good, then hold it. So breathe. Now I'm anchoring myself, and I'm staying in a position that is good for me. So noticing the bottoms of the feet, the arches, the toes. So we'll stay here a few more seconds, a few more breaths. Now, lean forward, and we're going to change your foot position. Now, usually because we wear shoes, the tops of our feet may be tight. And we all have different range of motion in our hips. So I'm going to go a little bit wider with my knees, and then I'm going to slide my hips back. Now I'm going to anchor myself using my hands once again, and now I feel the tops of my feet releasing, and this is exactly what we're after. So just hold here. So notice how my hands are just anchoring me. This is a position that works well for me. Any further, and then I start to feel, this is not for me. So I'm just going to stay here, and I'm going to stare at the ground. And I am noticing that the tops of my feet are a little tight. So I have not done this in a while. So we're just going to hold on. If you need to ease off, feel free to bring, lean forward, and then come right back. Allow the breath to flow. And now if you can bring your hips back a little bit, like I'm noticing that the tops of my feet are feeling a little bit more relaxed. So I'm just going to see if I can bring my hips back a little more. And if I find I can't, then I'm just going to stay where I'm at, but I am noticing I can just a smidgen. Now inhale, rock forward, and then slowly walk your hands forward, come to flat back. And let's make our knees a little bit more narrow and go into alignment with our hips. Now from here, swivel your feet out. And we're going to sit on one hip to begin with. Now I'm going to turn into the camera. You can stay on your mat and extend your legs. Good. Flex your feet. And let's take one leg over. Have a nice upright body. Hug your shin. Sweep your hand behind and twist. Now bring this hand behind, press the shoulder back, and twist from the base of the spine and turn. Turn, turn, turn. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And inhale to the front. Exhale. This elbow is going to come inside. So this is a counter twist. Sweep this arm behind Plant your hand behind, press the shoulder back, and let's do a nice gentle twist from the base of the spine. Turn your head last. Doesn't that twist feel good? Breathe. Now keep your foot of the extended leg flexed. Allow your breath to flow. Inhale, turn to the front. Exhale, extend. Inhale, hug, sweep, exhale. Gently press that shoulder back, twist from the base of the spine, and check out the back wall. Oh, it feels so good. Inhale, face the front. Exhale, counter twist. So in at the elbow, in at the knee. Sweep the hand back, nice upright spine. Press the shoulder back, gently twist from the base of the spine and turn your head last. Inhale, face the front. Exhale, extend. Now I'm going to come onto my sacred space. I'm going to scoot down and roll down, or come to the side and roll down. And now my favorite stretch. So take one foot out to the edge of the mat, take the other one out to the edge of the mat. Palms face up, the back of the hands are on the ground. Keeping your arm in full contact with the ground. Slide your arm up to shoulder height. Slide your other arm up to shoulder height. Tip your knees out to the right side and allow them to flow. Allow gravity to take hold of them and then roll your head opposite the knees. Take 2 more breaths here. And bring your knees back to neutral, head to neutral. Take a breath. And then tip your knees out to the other side. And then roll your head out to the opposite wall. Breathe. And enjoy this lovely, lovely, relaxing position, this relaxing pose. 2 more breaths. And slowly windmill your knees back to neutral. Roll your head back to neutral. Feet flat on the ground. And then allowing your arm to be in full contact with the ground, slide your arm down one at a time. Slide the other one down. Using your fingers to leverage. You can bring your feet closer together, heel toe, heel toe. And now let's place our hands on our body. Feel your body. This is your body. It's safe to touch your body. As you inhale, notice the expansion of your body. And as you exhale, notice the contraction of your body. Perhaps notice your heartbeat. Feel at home with your body. Breathing in and out through the nose, feeling very relaxed. And now feel free to bring one hand over your heart and perhaps the other one over your abdomen or your belly, and simply notice what you notice. Breathing slowly and fully. And let's inhale and exhale with a sigh 3 times. Inhale. Ah. Inhale. Ah. Inhale. Ah. Beautiful. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Now, feel free to take your time to slowly move, perhaps rolling over to the side. And you can stay here as long as you like. This is a really nice, relaxing position. Very nurturing position with the knees bent, soft. And then at your leisure, at your convenience, whatever feels right for you. When you're ready, you can slowly help yourself up. Now I'm going to get closer and wrap up our practice with some final comments, but feel free to take your time. So first of all, thank you for joining. I hope you found the poses to be exactly what you needed. I hope you found it as TLC for your body and nurturing. I invite you to drink some water because it's very important for us to stay hydrated. And if you had any awarenesses that you wish to jot down, feel free to grab a journal, jot them down. Sometimes there's some great awarenesses or great ideas that pop up when we're in a very relaxed state. That state is the parasympathetic. So parasympathetic is the relaxation, rest, rejuvenate, and that is where the healing takes place. The more we practice coming into the parasympathetic state, then we're able to get into that state much more quickly, and it's very healing. So practice and enjoy. On that note, I'd like to thank you for joining. Until next time.